us all that. So we have different needs, all of us. We have different curriculums. We have different ways of teaching. We have different ways of presenting subjects. But we need to find a way to, or at least we need to promote an attitude that helps everybody to listen, to discuss, to participate, because of course sometimes we won't have the same opinion, we won't have the same way of doing things. So this is important that we keep that in mind. There's another, and here I went to education because works to identify barriers to education and remove them, and covers everything from curricula, pedagogy, and teaching. So this is something that we also need to keep in mind while doing the IOs from the project, the intellectual output. Because we have curricula, different curricula, and as one of the teachers say at the UAB, they prepare special classes. In some universities, for example in France, they have special groups. I think here in Germany, sometimes before they go to university, they also have special classes only for Chinese students in order to teach them how to learn. And in some programs that we had in China to prepare students to go abroad, we also have these kind of subjects. So you teach them how things will work. They won't use, for example, teaching workbooks and students' book. They will need to take notes. So you teach them how to take notes. You teach them how to use different materials to do some research when you are doing these final projects. So we need to adapt all that. We need to adapt the curricula, the pedagogy, and the teaching. That's controversial because some teachers agree, some others don't, and I think this is also the difficulty, and that's what we want to achieve while doing our intellectual output. Even though not all the teachers will agree to make changes, at least they will think about it. And that will be the first step for a possible change. And then there's this part of definition of social inclusion that is also one of the main objectives of our project. And I think this definition comes from another European project, okay, on youth. And it's good because here, of course, we have the process of individual self-realization with a society acceptance and recognition of one's potential by social institutions, integration through study, employment, volunteer work, other forms of, and in the web of social relations in a community. We have, for example, at our universities, we have internships that they can join. We have volunteer work, so they can meet new people. They can meet employers, future employers through that. We also have other forms of participation, social activities, theaters, concerts, plenty of activities that sometimes Chinese students, when they come to our universities, they don't know. And we don't tell them because they may, okay, they know it, it's on the website. Somebody has told them, they've got their, I don't know, their social media, and so we think that they know, but they don't. So it's another way, show them the information. And it's important because once they participate everywhere, then they feel like they're part of the community. And of course, because they're participating, local teachers, local students are happy because they're participating. So they feel that they are not a group of people that stay away from the rest. So that's what we are trying to promote with the project. So I think this is another definition that we need to take into account. And then I wanted to talk about interculturality because this is important. I think we are an example of interculturality work or intercultural work. And I think we need to interact with different cultures and the possibility of generating a shared culture expressions through dialogue and mutual respect. We need to compare cultures, and I think we need to do it in a very objective way, and this is another important aim. When we are showing our culture, we need to show it as something that can be shared, but not showing that our culture is the best. because if not, especially Chinese students will feel that theirs is not important enough then. And sometimes that's also a problem that we can find. So everything is like sharing, comparing in a very objective way without trying to avoid bias. And I think that's what really, really persuading the project. And comparing, it's what, not imposing, but comparing and trying to generate dialogue and, of course, respect. And I think that will help all of us to do it. And I think that's more or less what we wanted to share before the coffee. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If not, we go for them. Thank you.
Pues damos paso a café, ¿no? Y luego decimos cómo nos distribuimos y